Now we will discuss about the extraction of metals from the ores. Extraction of metals from the ores. This is involved mainly 3 stages, right? Remember these 3 stages names also. Here, the first stage is concentration or dressing of the ore. Second stage is extraction of crude metal. Then third stage is purification or refining of the metal, right? So the very first stage is concentration or dressing of the ore. So already you learned about concentration in a third lesson. What is concentration? Dilute and concentration you learned. You particularly used it to express about its strength, concentration or dilution in acids, bases. What is concentration? What is concentration? Concentration is nothing. Simply, solution is what simply? Solution is solute plus solvent. Solute plus solvent. So here, this is large percentage compound. This is small percentage compound, right? So this small percentage substance is called as solute. So what percentage of solute is available in the solution will be expressed as concentration. So here, in case of solids, how do you express that here? Availability of mineral here, right? Availability of a mineral percentage, that we can call it as concentration, mineral percentage. So here, that mineral percentage is large, it is said to be large concentrated, otherwise less concentration. So here, can we increase the concentration of the ore or said to be dressing of the ore? Yes, we are able to increase that percentage of the mineral, right? By not adding, right? Just reducing the other substances present in the ore. Then how to reduce the available substances, right, in them? So they are involved mainly physical processes. This is involved mainly with the physical process. So concentration or dressing involved mainly by physical process. They are here, especially 4 methods we are discussing here, that are simply here hand picking method. Next, put with the water. We can use water, right? So here, simply called as washing. It is called as washing. The next here, froth flotation, right? Froth flotation. Next, finally, magnetic separation. So these are the methods you are following in the concentration of metal or dressing of the ore, right? Magnetic separation. So these are the 4 methods we use in a physical process. So already in 6th class you learned about hand picking method. You how you are separating the pebbles, paddy or small stones present in a rice. So raw rice for cooking, right? So in that you are using your hand picking method, right? What is hand picking method? Simple. Hand picking method is nothing, just based on the physical properties. What are the physical properties here? Shape, size, color, right? Based on them, you are able to identify that particles, then removing them, right? Using your hand. So just take it out. So that we can call hand picking method. Just you are picking that different substances available with the different physical properties like the shape, size, color. So that we can call it as hand picking method. So in this hand picking method, large size particles, unwanted materials like some wood particles, right? Wood pieces are available in that. So large size particles, unwanted materials, right? Stones, pebbles available in them, we can separate. These we can follow in hand picking method. So this will increase the availability of metal, mineral, right? So that is hand picking method. Then second method is washing. Washing. For example, here, if you observe continuous stream flow of water in the soil, for example, in the rainy season, right? What happens in the rainy season? Small, right, husk or that very light particles available, clay particles, right, blown away in the rainy season. So what remains? Sand particles remains there. It is due to what? Stream flow of water. So in that also, in the ore, you have that clay particles, light particles, husk also may be present in the soil. So what we can do in this, just you are taking a slopy surface. You are depending on a slopy surface. So you are just taking the slopy surface, right? So you, sorry, just a second. Yes. So here you are now arranging that ore on the slopy surface. Just you can make a slopy surface. On the slopy surface, what we can do here, simply we can place the ore particles, right? We can place the ore particles. By placing that ore particles here, simply what we can do here, we can allow small stream flow of water here, right? With small stream flow of water, what happens? Here, with this, you are allowing the water on it. Simply, that small stream flow of water will be allowed on the slopy surface. Automatically, while the water is flowing, that small particles, light particles will be blown away on the slopy surface. So this is called a washing method. The next Froth flotation is there. Magnetic separation is there. So in the Froth flotation, what we can use here, in the Froth flotation, we can use flotation tank. We can use flotation tank. So using that, you are able to separate light particles and heavy particles. Light particles and heavy particles. So what is flotation tank? Simple. It is made up of wood, like otherwise metal, otherwise plastic, whatever it means. Just you need a large tank. You need a large tank. Into that, you are arranging air pipe, right? Compressed air pipe with small holes, right? Then that flotation tank is filled by water and a layer of oil. Water and a layer of oil, pine oil, right? So that which creates or which helps us to create froth, right? That froth reaches the upper surface, right? That reaches the upper surface. So here now look at, I have a tank that which is filled with the ore, water and oil. So in this, I arranged one pipe, right? I arranged one pipe that which can compress air, right? It can compress air and it can pump the air into the flotation tank, into ore, water and oils, liquid substance, right? So with that compressed air, I am trying to create froth, right? Also that contains light particles, right, called as scum or froth or scum. So that can be separated at the top surface of the liquid. So that can be allowed outside into another metal jar or something else. You need to collect it, that froth, right? So that you can collect. So what the separated substance here, that is what heavy particles, which are heavy, that can be reach the bottom of this tank, that are here clay particles, something other else, pebbles, stones, right? So that we can call it as impurities, that is called as gong. Unwanted materials are called here gong, right? This is about flotation. Then one more is there, magnetic separation. So that magnetic separation we can use for especially that which has the magnetic property. So in the ore, we have two substances. What? Gong, that means unwanted materials. Then one more is mineral. All the unwanted materials are treated as here gong. Only the wantedly separating metal particles called mineral. So here two substances are present within the ore only. So here among these two, at least one of them with magnetic property, it may be the gong or mineral. So one should be with magnetic property. So for them only we can use this method. That flotation method used for sulfide ores. Why only for sulfide ores we can use that flotation method, flotation? Because the sulfide ores having the property do not wet, right? Do not wet. So this property helps us to separate them, make them to float on the surface, not wetting, right? So that helps us to separate in the flotation. For sulfide ores, we can follow the method flotation. For magnetic substances, we can use magnetic separation. So in this, just we are pouring that ore on the belt, that which can rotate on the wheels. So one of the wheel has magnetic roller here. That magnetic roller will attract the magnetic properties. So here red color particles are magnetic particles, and these blue color particles are non-magnetic particles. See how they are separated easily using this magnetic roller. So this magnetic roller hold it, that substances hold with the belt to pull it up to somewhat distance, comparing with these blue color particles, non-magnetic particles. Have you seen this clearly? Magnetic separation, right? So easily we can separate magnetic substances and non-magnetic substances using this magnetic separation method. Just magnetic separation method is nothing. It has two rollers, one roller with non-magnetic property, one roller with magnetic property. So that magnetic roller helps us to separate easily that magnetic substances and non-magnetic substances. So these are the physical methods that which can increase concentration or dressing of the ore. Concentration or dressing of the ore easily increased by using these four methods. They are here simply hand picking method, washing method, flotation, and magnetic separation. So remember that. There may be a chance to ask these four methods togetherly in long answer type question. Explain briefly about the concentration or dressing of the ore, right? So that four methods you need to explain clearly. Then here, to understand about the reactivity, there is one more table in the page number 242, right? So once read that. Okay, so I'm going to stop this class for today.